What's going on, everybody? It's Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of Unscripted. Listen, it is Tuesday night. You know what that means. I have some of the biggest, the baddest, the best wrestlers of today and yesteryear, and tonight is no different. Listen, let's go down memory lane. Let's go to Garden City, Kansas in 1998, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? A lady by the name of Jasmine competes, a young upstart, and she gets acclimated to the wrestling ring, which leads to a few matches with Jason Knight from ECW. How about that? Blast from the past. And just all from the very beginning, there was a presence in this person that was commanding and that was demanding of your attention. And this person was not having it, was serious about it, was serious about her brand and her craft and learning very quickly. And that's what she did, ladies and gentlemen. So that led to WWE becoming a two-time women's champion. That led to stints in NWA, Impact Wrestling, becoming the third longest NWA champion, world women's champion of all time at 948 days. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? So without further ado, this is one of my top 5 favorite women's wrestlers of all time. How about that as well? Without further ado, Jazz is in the building. How are you tonight?
What's up, doctor?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How are you tonight?
I'm fantastic, man. How about you?
I'm doing well. Good. Busy day as always.
Yes.
My day job is a therapist. I'm a psychology doctor. So
that's why you speak so soft and calmly, huh?
Very relaxed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So when I get a little trouble, now I know who to contact.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I used to have a very extroverted personality when I was in my 20s and 30s, but I'm no longer in my 20s and 30s. And so now I've become much more relaxed. Probably over the past 10 or 15 years, I've calmed down my life in many ways, actually. So more relaxed and chill, super chill person. So that's the type of personality I have now.
I dig it. I kind of wish mine was a little mellow.
Yeah, well, you're a very commanding personality, very intense at times from your matches, and I've interviewed a lot of people who highly respect you. One being recently Victoria says a lot of positive things about you. Yeah, absolutely. So good stuff. Well, you've got a lot of things coming up the pike, a lot of things currently. You've got some promotions, you got a school, you got a lot of things, super, super busy. Let the listeners know what is in the world of jazz nowadays.
Oh, my God. What's in the world of jazz today? Well, most of you know that I retired last year, and now I'm moving into my second chapter of my life as far as in this industry. First of all and foremost, I'm a mother and I'm a wife, so that's a job in its own right there. It keeps me busy. But my husband and I, we have our school dog pound dojo. We actually started that in 1997,
Mhm.
and the business had us moving here and there, but no matter where we end up laying our heads, we always seem to have start up our schools. So we've had our schools in a couple of different states: Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, now here in San Antonio, Texas. So yeah, the dog pound has been up and running since 1997. So we have that going. We also started our promotion out here in San Antonio last year, Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. We're doing the thing, bringing in awesome talent, raising awesome talent from the dojo, and we're also working with TSW based out of Dallas. That's our sister promotion. So my husband and I, we do the booking for TSW, and we're producers, and also my husband wrestles. So we're most definitely booked and busy.
Yes,
And then
indeed.
on top of that, we both have NWA,
Mhm.
which he wrestles there, and I'm a producer there. So yeah, booked and busy, and most, just blessed,
Yes, indeed.
blessed.
Booked, busy, and blessed. That sounds like a T-shirt, Jazz.
Right, right.
I think we just got a T-shirt going on. And of
Yeah.
course, if anybody's been living under a rock over the past 20 years, her husband is Rodney Mack, former WWE star Rodney Mack. So, but you probably should already know that by now. But if you didn't, Rodney Mack is her husband. How long have you been married?
Oh wow, we're going on 22, 23 years of
Wow.
marriage.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. That's why I need to call the doctor sometime.
The open sign is
Right.
that's right, right.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. How many kids you have?
Rodney and I have two daughters, twin girls, Summer and
Nice.
Sky, and he also has an older daughter. Her name is Shakila, and she just had twin girls.
Wow.
So yeah,
Grandmother, congratulations.
yes, we're
Yes.
we're pushing out twins in this family.
Yes, lots of twins. Twinning. Very, very nice.
Yes.
You ready to get into these questions?
Yeah, let's get it going.
All right. Guillermo's asking, how was working with Teddy Long and your opinion on Rodney Mack White Boy Challenge?
Hey, I always had respect for my husband, but when you go back and watch those matches in the whiteboard challenge, and I just really have to applaud him because that was some very intense matches. I mean, it wasn't any work holes. It wasn't, relaxed. Feel your opponent out. It was like as soon as he got to the ring, it was like boom, 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 balls to the walls.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, you did that.
Yep.
And I tell him all the time, I'm like, I don't think there was many people that Vince could have picked to actually do that gimmick, because it really took someone very, very intense to pull that off, to go out there and just boom, 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 5 minutes or less.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was a great gimmick. I thought it should have went a little bit longer, but you know how it goes. Nothing good lasts forever, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the what was the mind of Vince McMahon coming up with this type of gimmick here? Like,
I don't
how did he
know.
present it to him?
We Teddy and I and Rodney, we talk about that all the time. It was just something he came up with. I guess he saw the vision, and with Teddy and the way he get on the mic and talk trash, it just worked.
Yeah.
It really worked. And managing me, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm the only woman that Teddy Long has ever managed.
Very nice.
He's managed some great tag teams, he's very well known for that, and yeah, so I guess we made history in WWE of me being the only woman that he ever managed.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So
cool.
so Teddy said a lot of edgy stuff during those promos, and they all were approved by Vince.
Yes.
Wow.
Whitey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of edgy stuff there,
Lots
man.
of edgy stuff. Things that we most definitely couldn't say today.
No, definitely
No, we'll
couldn't
be
say it 20
canceled in
years
a
ago.
heartbeat.
Cancel culture for sure. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Guillermo also is also asking, what were the biggest difference about working for ECW and WWE? Your opinion on WWE version of ECW, and why were you not used back in 2006? You were so three questions in one. So biggest difference about working for ECW and WWE. That's the first part.
The biggest difference, ECW was a family. There was no competition amongst the workers in the back. There was no egos because we all knew if we were there, we were going to get to wrestle. And at the end of the day, that's what any and every worker wants anyway, is to wrestle. So everyone got utilized every single night, so that there was no, just no politics in the back. Everybody got along. And there was freedom to go out there and do you. Of course, Paulie had his vision. Paulie and Dreamer, they had their vision, but they also allowed you to have the freedom for creative as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
how were you discovered by Paul, or was it Tommy that discovered you?
It was both at the same time. I had trained under Junkyard Dog for a couple of months, and that was really just going on the road with him, learning the business. Mm-hmm. And then I got with Rodney, and I got with Rod Price.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm actually friends with Rod Price.
Yeah, so we got with Rod Price and
old school Global Wrestling Federation days.
Yeah, exactly. And trained with him about 6 to 8 months. He had got his job with ECW at the time, and we were in Louisiana, and he told us to that ECW was going to be in a loop one weekend in Louisiana, and Rodney and I should go there and do a tryout because they had open door tryouts every event. And so we went up there, and the whole weekend I sat back and I watched the show, and I was like, I didn't think I would fit, because at the time they had Dawn Marie and Francine out there getting stripped down their panties and bra every night. So I'm like, well, I don't think I fit that,
Who was the other one? Calais. What was
Come on, I want to lay a...
Yeah, her. She was there too. Yeah.
She wasn't there when I got there.
What year was she there? Was it?
I don't know, but I was there in like 98, so she had to have been there like 97 and
a little bit before that.
Yeah, prior, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that third day, I decided to go ahead and give it a shot, and I got in there and got in the ring with Jason. And we did our thing, and it was so, oh my God, I was so nervous. The entire roster surrounded the ring. I mean, the entire roster. And after the match, I ran out the ring, found the nearest locker room, and puked my guts out. And and Rodney come and found me, was like, hey, come on out here. Paulie wants to talk to you. So I had to hurry up and freshen up, watch me, clean my mouth out and all that, and went out there. And Paulie was like, yo, where the heck did you come from? And the rest is history.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Second part is difference about working for ECW. So your opinion on WWE's version of ECW.
It was watered down, and and it had to be. There was no way ECW brand could have gone on WWE brand and do what ECW was doing at the time. Exactly. There was just no way. Could it have worked? Yes, if Paulie and Dreamin' would have still been over creative for ECW. But you know how Vince is. If it's not his idea, hey, he ain't gonna rock with it too long. So they kiboshed that real quick.
Yep. Third version is, why weren't you not used back in 2006? You weren't a part of any of the one night stands, were you?
No, I came in. They brought me back for ECW for a little while. They brought me back, and I was doing house shows, and they had me doing run-ins on Barbie. Barbie was out there in her bikini and all that, and they had me doing run-ins. And they got hot because I was getting a babyface pop. And they were like, you're supposed to be a heel. But I'm like, yo, this is this is ECW. This is where I was born. You
Yep.
know. Plus, you got me doing a run in on Barbie. Like, what you expect?
No one likes Barbie.
Right? Like, what you expect? Like, that's been my gimmick since day one.
Right.
You know, beating up on Barbies.
I think it was a respect thing. I mean, like the thing is, it's hard for you to be a heel. Like I know you're such a good heel when you were a heel. You were such a good heel, but
Yeah.
it's like there's certain heels that it's hard to be heels because people respect the heck out of them so much. And I
Yeah.
think that was like a hurdle for you, that people just respected you as a competitor and just as a person. You had that like big mama type of personality. Like I give you that look with the glasses down type of look, and it
Yeah.
paralyze you and make you make you stiff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You had that type of personality, and that just kind of like it just commands respect, and a lot of fans felt like that toward you.
Yeah. One thing that helped me really get over as a heel, because me being in the program with Trish was just so loved. You know, she was the
Exactly.
face of WWE,
Yep.
so it really made my job easy. You know, and we both understood the assignment. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
good
Yeah.
heel, good baby face. Let's go out there and kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you what's your thoughts on this? Especially as a producer now, what's your thoughts about this gray area type of society that we live in nowadays? When it's not a good distinction between baby faces and heels nowadays.
It disturbs me.
Agreed.
It's so
Likewise.
disturbing,
Yeah.
because that's the story. I
Yep.
mean, you pay all this money to go to see a movie, but you're gonna sit there for 2 hours and watch good versus evil.
Exactly.
But in wrestling, everyone wants to be good. Everyone wants to be this, stone cold. Everybody
Mhm.
wants to be the Rock, and
Mhm.
it's just
Yeah.
it's
It's a lot of move based now. It's just like everybody just, they
yeah,
don't
just
really elicit cheers anymore as much, especially with some of these popular, super
ye-
popular brands.
yes.
It's just let's just do a whole bunch of super kicks and Canadian destroyers and pop the crowd. It's just like
Yeah, it's like they go into business for themselves.
exactly.
That's what they're
Exactly.
doing.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. Rorito was asking, what would you say was your favorite moment when you feuded with Trish Stratus, and would you consider coming back to WWE with the current management they have now?
I have a couple of favorite moments with Trish. The first one, I guess, on Raw, when I first won the women's title from her. That was a great moment. Just out of the blue, they decided to give it to me on Raw. We didn't even do it on a pay-per-view. So that
Yeah.
was huge.
How
And
soon did you know about that?
pretty much
Really?
that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just like, huh? Okay. Cool. That's how we gonna do it. We doing it on Raw, not even pay per view. Okay,
Right.
whatever. Um, and then my second, and probably the biggest achievement in my career, is probably going into WrestleMania 18 as the WWE Women's Champion and leaving out as the WWE Women's Champion,
Yep.
being the first African American woman to ever do that.
Yes. Yes. That deserve one. I deserve one of those. That's for sure. That was,
Yeah.
yeah. You were a heel, and I hate cheering for heels, but
Yeah.
I was like, yes, like
Yeah.
when you won, I was very happy about that. So
Yes, thank
yeah.
you. And and talking about the great area of today, and it's like back then that wasn't even talked about. That wasn't something major. And me being just, I'm not gonna say naive, but it's just something that wasn't really focused on. It wasn't really brought to anyone's attention that I made history that night.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know,
It should be, that's for sure. And I think
yes,
I say this all the time. I've said this probably at least 3 dozen times, at least, most likely more. I get, I have several shows throughout different platforms, and always ask, who were people who you think should be in the Hall of Fame, WWE Hall of Fame? Who are some people who currently aren't? And one of the first names I say is Jazz, because I still feel it today, and I still will until you get there. I believe that you should be in the WWE Hall of Fame No
Thank
questions
you.
asked.
Thank you.
No doubt. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, and I think with you, one thing I liked about you as a heel is that uh like you said, you understood the assignment. You
Mhm.
knew that you were at the end of the day, you're making the baby look good, right? And
Mhm.
so I'm gonna be the biggest heel or the baddest bee that you would call yourself.
Yes.
I'm gonna be I want people to hate me because
Mhm.
eventually I'm gonna give all this heat to make the baby look better. I'm boosting the baby.
Yes.
That's what I'm supposed to
Yes.
be doing. So the more
Exactly.
heat I get,
Mm-hmm.
the more I'm boosting the baby
Well,
face.
baby
And
gets over.
that's
Yes.
what it should be. And
Yes.
nowadays it's not like that
Baby have sympathy. And
anymore.
I
Yeah.
don't understand why they don't get that these days. You go back and watch the history of wrestling, and
Yeah.
man, we can talk about this all night long,
Yes.
because that there, it really, like I said earlier, it really bothers me.
Yes, indeed.
It's the people, they just don't, the generation today just don't get it.
Yep.
They
Agreed.
really don't get it.
Jimmy is asking, did you ever get to meet Eddie Guerrero and Benoit?
Oh, of
What were they like
course.
backstage?
Of course, I was there in the Attitude Era. I was there with the greatest of all times.
Yeah. Yep.
I was there when Stone Cold was still there. Shawn Michaels. I mean,
Yep.
yes.
What was Eddie Guerrero and Benoit like backstage?
Oh man, very approachable. Always willing to help. They were locker room leaders. If you had any questions about anything, you can always go to them. Any advice about your match, they were always open for it. Just great guys.
Nice. Chris is asking, how was it like? How was it going back to Impact a few years ago?
Man, let me tell you, I had already made my retirement announcement.
Yep.
Oh,
You still had a few in you after.
I ain't gonna say I had a few, but they dug it out of me.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So I
Yeah.
made that announcement for a reason.
Yeah.
But Dreamer reached out and he was like, Jazz, you can't announce your retirement and finish your career on a podcast. Like, you got to do it on a grander stage. And when he said that, I was like, you know what, Dreamer, you're right. So, but I told him, like, look, I made this retirement announcement for a reason. Now, this ain't the Jazz that y'all saw in 2001.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
But it was a great opportunity. Impact was a great promotion to work with. The girls in there, they were freaking phenomenal. Tagging with Jordan Grace was phenomenal. She's such a great talent. I have so much respect for her, because she really works hard.
Yeah.
And the girls, it was so different. The girls, they all got along. There were no egos. There were no beefing in the back. It was just great atmosphere all the way around.
Very nice.
Yes. I just hate it was during the pandemic and we
Yeah.
had an audience.
It wasn't
That's
no,
the
it
only
wasn't no
thing that
fans there.
killed me, bro.
Yeah.
I had never in my life experienced walking out, going up through Gorilla, walking out down the ramp with no reaction.
Yeah. Go a little bit. Yeah, I was gonna say go a little bit more into that. How was it competing in an empty arena?
That was brutal. It was brutal
because you feed off the energy.
We as
of
wrestlers, we feed off of fans' energy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that helps us tell the story even better. So when it's just silence, oh man, it was hard to get at that adrenaline to kick in overdrive. Oh man, you had to. I had to say, I had to pray really hard.
There you go. Amen. King of Hueco Mundo says, "What were your feelings about WCW and its end days?"
Well, that's one promotion that I never got to work with. I really don't have not too much to say about WCW because I don't know anything about how they were as a company. But I mean, it was great talent there. I mean, they had everybody you could think of,
Did they ever reach out to you?
No. During that time, I was just pretty much breaking in, when WCW was at its highest. I was in ECW at the time, and then when Vince bought ECW, he bought WCW too. So That's how we all got to, come together as one and work together.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't. I've been I've had the honor of working with Bischoff a few times on shows or at signings, and he seemed like one of the coolest, nicest guys.
Mm-hmm.
So all good.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, we got a super chat that comes first. Let's do with Roland with the 99 super chat. Thank you, my man. A few hours ago, YouTube channel put up a poll asking who's the GOAT of women's wrestling. Becky Lynch got 12%, Charlotte 13%, other 9%, China 21%, Trish Stratus 45%. Who's your top three, male and female?
Who's my top three?
Yep.
In today's time or just in general?
All time. All time.
All time.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, she's the queen of wrestling. And I always said, if I had to come out of retirement and really get in shape and get these knees worked on, she's somebody that I would love to have a match with. She's a worker. She understands the business. So for sure, Charlotte Flair. Another one of my, I love her, Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yep, yeah.
Worked with her at TNA. I mean, Impact.
Yes.
Impact. Yeah.
Yes. I could throw myself up there, but
there you go.
Let me see. It's one more. I'll say up and rising. I would say Bianca.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I feel in the next maybe 3 to 5 years, she would be where Charlotte Flair is today.
I like that.
She's still kind of finding herself, and she's probably just now starting to really understand the concept of who she is and understanding the business. And once she develops all of that into one, she's going to be unstoppable.
Yep, agreed. Lita, Jazz, and Jacqueline are my all-time three.
Yeah, Jacqueline for sure. Yeah. She's up there. If there was no Jacqueline, there'd be no Jazz.
Yeah, nice. Let's see here. Elvis wrestling legend Jazz, you were a trailblazer in my opinion. Watching you in the ring when I was in grade school, you deserve your own wing in the WWE Hall of Fame. Very nice. Awesome. Elvis is putting you over there, Jazz.
Thank you, Elvis.
Yes, indeed. All right, we got about a minute left. Let's do a lightning round. John, do you miss working in WWE or ECW?
As a performer, no. No, I don't miss. I thought I was going to miss the ring, but I really don't. I think I was able to conquer everything I could possibly conquer in the ring. I think I was ahead of my time, of course, but I was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
So no, I don't miss the ring, but far as maybe being a part of the company as a producer or something, it'd be, I'd say if given the opportunity just to try it out, I would probably, go for it.
Yeah. Who would have been your dream opponent?
Don't really have a dream opponent, but like I said, if there's anyone that would come out of retirement for, it would be Charlotte Flair.
Nice. And we're going to end it here. Last question is from Benjamin. What are your thoughts on Vince's retirement?
I really have no thoughts on that. I mean, hey, he got to do what he got to do. I don't, I don't get too caught up in all of that, Yeah.
You think it was time?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Understood. All right. Let the listeners know one more time about your endeavors, where to find you on social media, and catch up with some events coming up.
Yes, I'm on Twitter at phenom_jazz. Facebook is underneath my shoot name, which is Carlene Begno. My Instagram is phenom_jazz. You can go to DP Championship Wrestling on Twitter for our promotion. Our oh Lord, what is our dojo? I should have had all this written down.
Dog
So
Pound
much.
Dojo.
Dog Pound Wrestling Dojo. Yes, you can find that on Twitter as well. But August the 13th, we have a show, TSW, in Irving at the Southern Junction. We got a stacked card that night. We got Rodney, Mack, and Warsaw having a dog collar match. We got Nick Aldis, NWA, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, will be there. Tim Storm, another NWA former world champion. I mean, we got Kobe Carino, second generation, the future of wrestling. I mean, we got tons of stars. Teddy Long will be in the building. August the 13th, TSW. You can also go to TSW Plus app on Instagram. Follow us, like and share. And if you're in Texas, anywhere in Texas, go to TSW Plus and purchase a ticket. Download the app. You can see where you can get your ticket from.
Nice. I just put the Instagram link in the chat. So
cool deal. Cool deal.
Yeah. Jazz, has been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you, Dr. Chris.
It's we've been trying to negotiate a time for about a couple years now. You're like, look, this is too late for me. I can't.
Normally I'm chillaxed, watching a movie. Yeah. Eyes kind of closed a little bit, but it's all good, baby. It's all good.
I'm so glad we were able to come. Yes, I had a good time. I hope you did as well.
Yes, sir. Enjoyed it.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Thank you, Chris. Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right.